Headlights glowing on an empty road, moonlight falling on the fields I know. Radio humming with a soft old tune, stars above me, big wide open moon. Wind is whispering secrets of my youth. Every mile feels like a simple truth. I'm not lost, I'm just finding my way, letting these memories guide mine. It's a long night drive with the whole world quiet, country roads and peaceful skies, just me and the wheel and a heart that tries. If the past feels close tonight, let it ride in the passenger side. It's a long night drive and it feels just right. Gravel crackling underneath my tires, passing barns and old porch lights. Saw the place where we carved our names. Time moves on, but some things stay. My worries fade like the evening haze, chasing shadows from younger days. Out here life slows down enough to remember what real love's made of. It's a long night drive with the whole world quiet, country roads and peaceful skies, just me and the wheel and a heart that tries. If the past feels close tonight, let it ride in the passenger side. It's a long night drive and it feels just right. Maybe the night is teaching me grace, maybe the dark helps me find my place. Out here the silence feels like a friend, and every mile brings healing again. It's a long night drive, no need to hide, country stars shining bright, guiding me through the quiet night. Let the memories ride, let the worries slide. On this long night drive, everything feels right, just me, the road and the countryside. Drove past those fields we grew up in, rows of weed waving like old friends. I swear I heard the laughter of your younger days, running barefoot down the dusty lanes. Those fields we grew up in still feel like the safest place I've ever been. The sun still hits the barn the same, and the wind still whispers my name. Yeah, time moves on, but my heart stays in those fields we grew up in. These hands got lines like an old dirt map, years of work tucked under every crack. Sun up to sundown, Through the cold and heat, I learned to carry life on callous feet. Daddy taught me, young son, do what's right, and Mama prayed I'd grow into a steady life. Been broke, been tired, been down on the land, but you can't break the hands of a working man. These hands built fences, lifted dreams, held my baby girl when she turned 13. Wiped my tears when Mama passed on, signed my name when my boy came along. Through joy and sorrow, I still stand, built by the hands of a working man. Neighbors wave when they drive on by. Another long day, I just smile and sigh. Some folks chase gold under big city lights, but I found my wealth in these farmland nights. Stars above me, tractor humming slow, reminds me of the boy I used to know. Life ain't perfect, but it's part of the plan, carved in the hands of a working man. When I'm old and gray, my grandkids will ask how I spend my days, and I'll tell them stories as long as I can, of sweat, love, and faith in the heart of a man. These hands build fences, lifted dreams, held on tight through the in-betweens. They've known heartbreak, they've known grace, they've touched heaven in a baby's face. If you wanna know who I really am, look at the hand of a working man. Yeah. There's a hill behind the barn where I used to hide, chasing dandelions on the summer side. Wind whispered stories through the oaks and pines, like it carried pieces of this heart of mine. Now I'm older, got bills and a heavy load, but something calls me back down that gravel road. When life gets loud and the world feels strange, I go where the wind remembers my name. Where the wind remembers my name, where the fields still look the same, where mama's voice echoes soft and low, and the river hums the songs I know. When I'm lost in the noise and pain, I return to where the wind remembers my name. Grass still bends the way it used to do, fireflies gather like they always knew. I close my eyes, let the memories rise. Daddy's old truck, mama's cherry pies. Friends long gone, but the laughter stays, lingering like smoke on autumn days. Every worry seems to slip and fade, where the wind remembers my name. a place like this, a quiet hill with a childhood kiss, a little reminder life's not a race, just a story lived at God's own pace, where the wind remembers my name, where my soul comes home again, where the years don't matter, love remains, and the future feels gentle on my veins. When the road gets hard to explain, I go home, where the wind remembers my name. Yeah, it always remembers me.
Sun slips in through my kitchen window, coffee brewing, old boots by the door. I tie my hair up with a faded bandana, step outside and breathe like I'm 24. Chicken scratching near the wooden railing, a warm breeze dancing through the screen door frame. Life may not be fancy or shining, but peace like this has no shame. People spend their lives chasing things they never hold, but all I need is here in shades of brown and gold. Front porch mornings, bare feet on the timber floor. Front porch mornings, where I find myself once more, with the fields waking up and the cattle lowing slow. These quiet little moments are the ones that help me grow. Front porch mornings, Lord knows I love them so. My mama's quilt hangs on the back of my rocker, still smells like lavender and Sunday stew. Daddy's old radio plays softly by the window, same songs he worked the farm listening to. I water the herbs by my grandmother's planter, pick a handful of mint for my jar of tea. I hear my dog running toward me, tail wagging, like he's been missing me for weeks. Some folks need cities full of neon glow, but I've got sunrise fire lighting up my soul. Front porch mornings, bare feet on the timber floor. Front porch mornings, where I find myself once more, with the fields waking up and the cattle lowing slow. These quiet little moments are the ones that help me grow. Front porch mornings, Lord knows Front porch mornings where my tired heart feels strong, with the sunrise glowing warm and the world moving slow. This little spot of heaven is the only truth I know. Front porch mornings, I love them till I'm old. Sun slips in through the old barn door. Coffee's brewing on the stove once more. Bare feet dancing on a wooden floor. Morning breeze rolling like it did before. Chickens calling from the backyard pen. Rooster crowing loud like an old best friend. I tie my apron, smile as I breathe. Country mornings feel like home to me. There's magic in the quiet, soft and slow, in the life we live where wildflowers grow. Morning light in a country home, warm as a hug when you're not alone. Fresh baked biscuits, honeycomb sweet, little dog waiting by mama's feet. Simple blessings I've always known. Morning light in a country home. Baby laughing in a rocking chair, grandma humming an old tune from somewhere. Biscuits rising in the oven glow, pantry jars lined up in a perfect row. Bluebirds singing on the windowsill, pancakes flipping on the cast iron still. I whisper thank you as the sunlight beams, living out my small town country dreams. Every chore is a piece of love I give in this soft, slow world where women live. Baked biscuits, honeycomb sweet, little dog waiting by mama's feet. Simple blessings I've always known. Morning light in a country home. We don't need diamonds or golden rings, just mason jars and quiet things. Laundry drying on the old back line, Sunday dresses and homemade pie. Cows in the pasture, kettle on the flame, family stories calling out my name. Morning light in a country home, feels like heaven in my very own. Barefoot joy on a kitchen floor, love grows deeper than the day before. Simple blessings I've always known. Morning light in a country home. This is where my sweetest days are sown. The morning sunlight dances on the old oak table. Mama's biscuits in the oven, smell of love so stable. Daddy's boots by the doorway, dust from yesterday. Kids running through the hallway, laughing all the way. Warm coffee in my hands while the day begins to rise. A quiet prayer of gratitude slips softly from my eyes. This house ain't made of money, but it's built on loving hands. On Sunday afternoons and simple country plans, we gather around the kitchen, stories pouring from the past. Grandma humming hymns that always seem to last. Neighbors wave from tractors rolling down the old dirt lane. Life is slow and gentle here. Nothing feels the same as when we sit together, sharing meals and passing time. Every smile a memory, every laugh a sign that home is not a place you find in any kind of map. It's right here where my family gathers back. Like a song that never ends. The porch light glows at twilight, like it's welcoming old friends. Fireflies fill the yard with golden flickering beams. Kids chase them through the darkness, living out their dreams. And when the night falls softly on this quiet piece of land, I look around and know that God has placed me where I stand. Nothing fancy, nothing grand, just honest hearts and weathered hands. But this is where my heart forever settles, where my family gathers and love never fades. There's a quilt upon the sofa, stitched by Mama's careful hands. A lifetime of our memories, sewn in colored strands. The kettle's on the stovetop, singing soft and sweet, and muddy little footprints trail from tiny country feet. Daddy feeds the horses while the chickens cluck around. The smell of fresh cut cedar drifts across the ground. My heart beats like a whisper in this peaceful, simple place, where every line of time is carved in every face. We gather in the kitchen as the supper starts to warm. Roast and gravy simmering like comfort in a storm. Cousins laughing loudly as they run across the yard. Life may not be perfect, but it's never really hard when love is in the corners and the walls know every name. When blessings feel abundant, even when they look the same. On Sunday mornings early, we walk down to the church, hands held tight together on that gravel country perch. Voices fill the chapel with a hope that never ends. Hymns that rise like sunlight, faith that gently mends. And every time the seasons turn their colors on our land, we plant our dreams together with steady, faithful hands. Our country home is humble, but it's everything we need. A place where love grows wild, like flowers gone to seed. Where every day reminds us of the good that we've been shown, and every night we whisper thanks for this sweet country home.
Morning sun paints gold across the roads. Corn leaves whisper stories only heaven knows. I tie my boots and step into the dew. This land has a way of teaching me what's true. Coffee warm in my hands, apron tied just right. Children laughing on the porch while birds take flight. Life may be simple, but it's deep as it can be. Every sunrise here feels like it's raising me. These fields, they raise me, shape me, save me. Every seed we plant becomes part of my story. When the wind blows soft through the amber grain, I remember who I am again. This land carries my heart gently. These fields, they raise me. Afternoon spent hanging sheets out in the wind. Neighbors waving as they drive that old Ford in. Tomatoes in a basket, warm like summer air. Simple gifts from people who truly care. I watch the kids chase fireflies as daylight fades. Another quiet blessing this small town made. With flour on my hands and supper on the stove, I thank God for this gentle life I chose. These fields, they raise me, shape me, save me. Every seed we plant becomes part of my story. When the wind blows soft through the amber grain, I remember who I am again. This land carries my heart gently. These fields, they raise me. Nightfall settles soft across the land. Crickets singing lullabies the way they always have. And as I close my eyes beneath this country sky, I know these fields raised every part of my life. These fields, they raised me, shaped me, saved me. Every root runs deep into my memory. When the harvest moon lights a golden plain, I remember who I am again. And when my heart feels lost or strayed, these fields, they guide me home each day.
Peeks over the barn, softly waking me. Kettle on the stove, biscuits warm and free. Barefoot on the hardwood, skirt brushing the floor. I open up the window and breathe the day once more. Chickens start their chatter, hungry for hair tied up in lace. This simple farmer's morning is my favorite place. I'm a farmer's wife with a happy heart, living every day in this quiet art, hanging clothes on the line, watching seasons turn. In this gentle life there's so much to learn. Homegrown love in a peaceful life. Lord, I'm blessed to be a farmer's wife. Children at the table, giggling half awake. Pancakes flipping easy with butter I just made.